EU lawmakers halted talks on the bloc's landmark Artificial Intelligence Act on Thursday, agreeing to resume discussions on Friday after they failed to reach a deal during almost 24 hours of negotiations. The tense three-way debate between the European Union member states and the European Commission and the European Parliament will now extend into a third day, after weary lawmakers agreed to stop for a rest. "We are exhausted. We cannot go on like that. We need to sleep so we can reassess the text," said person present at the talks, who spoke to Reuters on conditions of anonymity. With upcoming elections threatening to derail more than 2 years of work on the AI Act, negotiators worked through the night in hope of reaching consensus on key issues including regulation of generative AI systems like OpenAI's ChatGPT. Lots of progress has been made over the past 22 hours on the AI Act, European competition chief Thierry Breton posted on social media platform X. Resuming work with the EU Parliament and Council tomorrow at 9 a.m. Stay tuned. Lawmakers had agreed to provisional terms for regulating AI systems like ChatGPT early on Thursday, sources said, taking a step closer to clinching rules governing this technology. A document circulated among negotiators, which was seen by Reuters, showed the European Commission would maintain a list of AI models deemed to pose a systemic risk, while providers of general-purpose AIs would have to publish detailed summaries of the content they use to train them. This law might also exempt free and open-source AI licenses from regulation, in most cases, unless, for example, they were deemed high risk or being used for already banned purposes. Terms for the other obstacle, the use of AI in biometric surveillance and source code access, were yet to be hashed out, the two other sources familiar with the matter said. The Council of the European Union earlier postponed a press conference until further notice as the negotiations, which started at 1400 GMT on Wednesday, dragged on. EU countries and lawmakers have been trying to finalize details of the draft rules proposed by the Commission 2 years ago, but have struggled to keep up with the rapidly evolving technology that made a consensus hard to achieve. Much is riding on the new law, which could become the blueprint for other governments as countries seek to craft rules for their own AI industry, providing an alternative to the US light touch approach and China's interim rule. EU countries and lawmakers are racing to get a deal ready for a vote in spring, ahead of parliamentary elections in June, when the legislative process will grind to a halt. Failure to do so could lead to the law being delayed and 27-member bloc losing its first mover advantage. Even so, it could be close to 2 years before any legislation comes into effect. Dangers. A broad framework was proposed in early 2021, almost 2 years before the launch of Microsoft-backed OpenAI's ChatGPT transformed the potential uses of the technology. OpenAI's founder Sam Altman and computer scientists have raised the alarm about the dangers of creating powerful high-intelligence machines which could threaten humanity. Agreeing provisional terms on foundational models, the generative AI such as OpenAI, which trains on large sets of data to perform various tasks, would be a big step. The details of what was agreed overnight were not clear. A fourth source says there were still aspects to be thrashed out. But late proposal by France, Germany, and Italy said that makers of generative AI models should self-regulate, has added a point of discord. Such a move, however, would benefit France-based AI company Mistral and Germany's Alpha. On biometric surveillance, EU lawmakers want to ban the use of AI, but governments have pushed for an exception for national security, defense, and military purposes. I'm not going to be able to stop it. And the fact that really AI can deal with policy faster than policy can be implemented is, highlights a big issue with AI, but also highlights the strengths of AI. So we should be using AI to create more policy, and I imagine they already are.